24th September 2024 আৰু আমি ডিসকাস কৰিম these few topics from the Assam Tribune, the Hindu and the Indian Express newspaper. আমাৰ প্ৰথমটো টপিক হ'ল the sixth schedule of the constitution আৰু ইয়াৰ লগত associated issues খিনি. Recently 19 villages under Bishwanath and Sonitpur district were transferred to the BTR. Okay. So in the news it was covered that in the exercise of the powers conferred under clause 1 clause 1 subclause 3 D and G of the 6th schedule of the Constitution of India, after due consideration of the interim report submitted, the governor of Assam accorded approval to transfer 19 villages from Bishwanath and Sonitpur district to 𝐷𝐷𝐿aguri. Okay, so consequently all these 19 villages will become a part of the Bokajan territorial region. Okay, now 6th schedule बहुत important है हमार 6th schedule of the Indian Constitution includes provisions की होर करने for the administration of the tribal areas, quote, in Assam, in Meghalaya, in Tripura and Mizoram in the northeast of India. The purpose of the 6th schedule is to protect the interests of tribal populations in these regions through autonomous governance. There are total 10 autonomous councils under 6th schedule, including 3 each in Assam, Meghalaya and Mizoram and 1 in Tripura. আৰু যদি আমি চাওঁ অটোনমাস কাউন্সিল তেনেহ'লে আমি দেখা পাম যে 1951ত নৰ্থ কাছাৰ হিলছ অটোনমাস কাউন্সিল was the first autonomous council that was formed. The second one is the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council, formed in 1952. Subsequently in 1972 Chakma Autonomous Council, Lai Autonomous Council, Mara Autonomous Council, then 1973 the Garo Hills and the Jointia Hills and the Khasils Autonomous Council. Later in 1882 Tripura Tribal Area Autonomous Council. In 2003 Bokajan Territorial Council were formed. So আহিব পাৰে এক্সামত oldest to the latest প্ৰিলিমছৰ কাৰণে ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হ'ব পাৰে. নাও দ্য 6th schedule আমাৰ যিটো আছে আমাৰ আৰ্টিকল কেইটা হ'ল আৰ্টিকল 244 ক্লজ 2 আৰু আৰ্টিকল 275 ক্লজ 1. Okay, our 6th schedule under clause 1 কোৱা আছে the autonomous districts and the autonomous regions কথা. Okay, ইয়াৰ বাহিৰে the clause 2 includes separate regional council for each area constituted an autonomous region under the subpara 2 of para 1. ইয়াৰ বাহিৰে each district council and regional council shall be body corporate but name respectively of the district council and regional council shall have perpetual succession and common seal and shall the same name Su and Bishul. Okay, ইয়াৰ বাহিৰে the administration of the autonomous council is insofar as it is not vested under the schedule in any regional council within district to be vested in the district council. So these 6th schedule under different clauses it is very important for the autonomous districts আৰু প্ৰিলিমছৰ কাৰণে ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হয়. লগতে গভৰ্ণৰ কথা কোৱা আছে যে গভৰ্ণৰ shall make rules for the first constitutional district council and regional council in consultation with the existing tribal councils. লগতে টাৰ্মৰ কথা কোৱা আছে 5 years. Okay, so these are specific important for prelims আৰু লগতে কোনখন ডিষ্ট্ৰিক্টত বিশ্বনাথ আৰু শোণিতপুৰ ডিষ্ট্ৰিক্টৰ কোড ট্ৰান্সফাৰ কৰা হৈছে 𝐷𝐷𝐿aguri ডিষ্ট্ৰিক্টত APSC কাৰণে ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হ'ব পাৰে. The next topic is heat wave. Recent heat wave in Assam আৰু Assam State Disaster Management Plan. GS have kind of important. Now what is heat wave? Heat wave is considered if maximum temperature of a station reaches at least 40 degree or more for plains and at least 30 degrees centigrade or more for hill regions. Based on departure from normal, এটা হ'ল heat wave declare কৰা হয় যেতিয়া departure of normal is 4.5 degree centigrade to 6.4 degree centigrade. Our severe heat wave যেতিয়া departure from normal is greater than 6.4 degree centigrade. Based on actual maximum temperature, heat wave when actual maximum temperature is greater than equal to 48 degree or severe when greater than equal to 47 degree. So it to hold based on normal or division based on maximum temperature. Next to hold if the above criteria made in at least 2 sessions in meteorological subdivision for at least 2 consecutive days, it is declared on for the second day. আৰু কোষ্টেল ৰিজনৰ কাৰণে কি কোৱা হৈছে when maximum temperature is 4.5 degrees centigrade or more from normal, heat wave may be described provided actual maximum temperature is 37 degrees centigrade or more. So these are the various classification given for the heat wave. Okay, and যদি আমি চাওঁ যে আমাৰ action plan কি আছে, National Dissemination Authority has its heat action plan and it is available only in 23 states and execution is very poor with no centralized database. HAP or heat action plan is suggested to be cooperated in 6 domains: information dissemination, behavioral action, infrastructural action, nature-based action, institutional capacity building, and technological action. Okay. For an effective and better heat health action plan, identification of the vulnerable groups, establishing cooling centers, shaded spaces in the public area, safety of health during heat waves, etc. are important. Or hetu karone, the process safety management authority under heat action plan can network with the government as a protective measures for the vulnerable section of the citizens. Now, অসমত কি পোৱা গৈছে, air conditions vent waste heat outside. So air AC পৰা কি হয়, waste heat ওলাই আহে. It is found that 50% of the electricity in cities is consumed by AC. তাৰ মানে যদি আমি চাওঁ যে let's say গুৱাহাটীত x megawatt দৰকাৰ হয় power, তেনেহ'লে তাৰে x/2 only for AC কাৰণে দৰকাৰ হয়. Okay, আৰু it contributes to 50% of the emission. So use of AC in the city has been growing at 10% per year. Our solution for this is to incentivize the use of energy efficient AC, making it mandatory to set AC at 25 degrees or above. Switch of AC at mains and protect green, blue and open spaces as urban common. All these will definitely bring benefits at least by 20% less emissions and 20% less consumption of electricity while improving livability. So heat waveৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত বা হিট ডোমৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত আৰু এটা ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট কি হয় যে আমাৰ যিখিনি AC ইউজেছ আমি কমাব লাগিব বিকজ 50% অফ দ্য হিট ৱেষ্ট ইজ ফ্ৰম AC অনলি আৰু ইলেক্ট্ৰিচিটি কনজামশ্যনৰ 50% অনলি AC কাৰণে ইউজ কৰা হয়. তো গভৰ্ণমেণ্টে আনিছিলে হিট একশ্যন প্লেন কিহৰ কাৰণে, টু ইনক্ৰিজ প্ৰিপেয়াৰনেছ এণ্ড লোৱাৰ দ্য এডভাৰ্ছ ইম্পেক্ট অফ এক্সট্ৰিম হিট, মেপিং হিট ৰিস্ক, কোলাবৰেটিভ এফৰ্টছ আৰু ইন দ্য ৱেক অফ ৰাইজিং চিভিয়াৰিটি এণ্ড ফ্ৰিকুৱেণ্ট অফ হিট ৱেভছ nationwide, governments at different levels, state, district and city level have formulated the heat action plan. Recommendation কৰিছে for short term early warning, awareness, structural measures and guidelines for the hospitals. And for long term, sustainable urbanization আৰু multi-stakeholder coordination. Okay. So this is all about the heat wave and the Assam state disaster management plan. Okay. অসমৰ disaster management plan আন্দাৰত প্ৰিপেয়াৰনেছৰ ওপৰত দেন ক্লাইমেট ৰিজেন্সৰ ওপৰত ভালেখিনি অলৰেডি গভৰ্ণমেণ্টে প্লেন কৰিছে যিখিনি ইমপ্লিমেণ্টেশ্যন এতিয়া চলি আছে. দ্য নেক্সট টপিক ইজ process started to convert 29 proposed reserve forest to reserve forest. Okay. So government has decided to convert in principle 29 proposed reserve forest to reserve forest in 9 districts. Aru declare kopra kora hoy. It is notified under section 20 of Indian Forest Act 1927. Okay. Aru Environment and the Forest Department revealed that a fresh move has been initiated for conversion of the proposed reserve forest to reserve forest. Our 29 reserve forests with a total land area of 6,011 hectares are in the 9 districts of the states. Aru different types of forests, all reserve forests are the most restricted forests and are constituted by state government. Okay, state subject of it. In reserve forests, local people are prohibited unless specifically allowed by forest officer. Next to hold protected forest, state government is empowered to constitute any land other than reserve forest protected forest over which the government has proprietary rights. The power has been used to establish state control over tree, timber, fruit, etc. The next was village forest. Village forests are the one in which state government may assign to village community the rights of government to or over any land which has been constituted as reserve forest. So, at a whole reserve forest, at a whole protected forest, second whole village forest. Okay. The next topic is Summit of the Future. So, UN General Secretary Antonio Guterres recently addressed the UN Summit of Future and called for urgent reforms to outdated UN institutions. Key highlights: the summit is aimed at reforming and strengthening international governance. It seeks to address the contemporary global challenges. The summit builds on the recent UN efforts such as 2022 UN Environment Stockholm plus 50 conference and high sea street. Prelims karane important. Yet theme to asle multilateral solutions for a better tomorrow. The summit concluded with adoption of eta whole a pact for the future or to annex eta whole global digital compact or second whole a declaration on future generation. Now ki hoy pact for future? It is aimed at accelerating SDGs and the Paris Agreement for climate action. Jot amar takibo just transition. Okay, so just transition ami ki hoy ami COP under agote porisu UNFCCC. Next to whole global digital compact, it promotes equitable access to technology, ensuring it benefits everyone. Introduced the first universal agreement on artificial intelligence governance, very important for prelims, advocating for establishment of a multidisciplinary independent international scientific panel on AI within the UN, ensuring balanced geographic representation to enhance scientific understanding, our logotype goal towards SDG 17. Next to whole, the declaration on future generation. It focuses on long-term thinking by urging current decision makers to consider the interests of the future generation. Okay. India backed the UN Pact for the Future and the initiatives of AI governance and the digital cooperation. Logote, the Prime Minister of India highlighted cyber maritime space as a new conflict area. Means so kind of important, the whole topic. Prelims so kind of important, the Pact for the Future, Global Digital Compact, Declaration on the Future Generation. Other than that, first universal agreement on the artificial intelligence, theme to important multilateral solutions for a better tomorrow. The next topic is why Assam is boiling, the reason behind temperature rise. So Indian Express IMD website আৰু down to earth পৰা source কৰা হৈছে. তো ইয়াতে কৈছে the southwest monsoon is weak over the region and there is no moisture incursion, the moisture air অহা নাই from Bay of Bengal because of lack of any favorable synoptic condition. Moreover, there have been mostly clear sky, hence the higher insolation. Cloudy sky হলে কি হয় ফালেখিনি solar radiation reflect হৈ গুচি যায় যেহেতু ক্লাউড নাই সেইকাৰণে ইয়াত হায়াৰ ইনসোলেশন আহিছে ইনসোলেশন মানে কি হয় ইনকামিং সোলার রেডিয়েশন the heat dome effect is explained okay our heat dome is one of the reason for higher temperature in the last few weeks weakening monsoon circulation poor soil moisture heavy exposure to sunlight local factors like heavy deforestation expanding industrial activity etc next very important, usually air circulation over northeastern regions keeps the region cool. The circulation emerges from Bay of Bengal and hits the region with low velocity winds that provide much needed moisture, causing short spell of showers throughout the month of September. But this year, the circulation from Bay of Bengal to the region is completely absent. And the high pressure system prevails. Okay, generally, domor cap to high. Okay, sir. Another special factor is a region has been soil moisture which generally has a cooling effect during the night. However, there is a witness it has been witnessed an absence of the soil moisture. Logote absence of monsoon circulation owing to the weakening of the Gulf Stream. Okay. Also sensed in the jet stream that is controlled by atmospheric circulation. Besides this, local factors such as deforestation. So these are the various reasons in the last few days the heat is getting exacerbated. Now what is heat dome? Heat dome occurs when an area of high pressure stays over a region for days and weeks. It traps warm air just like a lid of the pot for an extended period. If the air remains trapped, the more the sun works to heat the air, producing warmer conditions. Okay. So this is a heat dome condition. This is the high pressure region. And due to the high pressure region, ইয়াত যেখিনি warming হয় হেতু ইয়াত তোমাৰ হেতু ইয়াত এখিন জায়গাতে থাকি যায় উলাই যাব নোৱাৰে আৰু the heat dome this high pressure region blocks out clouds which provide some relief from the sun's heat. Okay, so heat dome means so kind of important. আমি heat dome আগতেই পঢ়িছো আমি and these are the few reasons behind temperature rise in Assam. Next to all Bokajan Cement factory. So government plans to invest 700 crores to enhance Bokajan Cement factory competitiveness. Bokajan is located 21 kilometers from Dimapur in the Greenland district. Okay. Now it was established in 1971, but recently Cement Corporation of India was declared second subject to BIFR. Now what is BIFR? BIFM is the Board for Industrial and Financial Reconstruction under the Sikh Industrial Companies Act in 1985, set up by Government of India. Okay. Now, what is a Sikh company? Sikh company means a company which has failed to pay or to secure the debt of the secured creditor within a specific time. Okay. The word Sikh Industrial Company is defined under Section 3 of the 1985 Act as an industrial company which has at the end of any financial year accumulated losses equal to or exceeding the entire net worth. The Companies Act 2013 prescribes a detailed legal procedure for reviving and rehabilitation of the Sikh companies. Okay. আৰু ইয়াত কি প্ৰডাকশ্যন কৰা হৈছিলে Portland cement. So Portland cement is a binding material in the form of finely ground powder that is manufactured by burning and grinding a mixture of limestone and clay. Okay. আৰু ইয়াত কেমিকেল থাকে calcium silicates, calcium aluminate আৰু calcium aluminoferrite. The next topic is irrigation in Assam, very important for GS5. So as per recent data, Assam has just about 14% of the agricultural land that is currently being irrigated under schemes of the irrigation department. আৰু এইখিনি কথা কৈছিলে state irrigation minister. Okay. The need zone area কিমান হয় 27.24 lakh hectares আৰু gross zone area কিমান হয় 38.88 lakh hectares. But out of these, only 11 lakh hectares have been irrigated by 2023. Okay, but currently 5.5 lakh hectares of land can be cultivated with the help of water supply. Okay, according to official sources, around 1580 irrigation schemes have been defunct due to funding need, etc. Our state mainly three types of irrigation system. It whole surface flow irrigation system, surface flow মানে with the gradient. Surface leaf মানে তলৰ পৰা উঠোৱা হয় and groundwater leaf irrigation system. Apart from this, under the Prime Minister Kisan Samrit Yojana, tubewells have been installed for irrigation. The reasons behind the huge gap and the irrigation potential created are due to schemes lying defunct. Recently, Assam government has revealed plans to reorganize the administrative units of irrigation department, which includes circles, division, and subdivision. The restructuring will exclude the 6 scheduled area. Logote important the traditional irrigation in Assam. The Dong is a decades-old traditional water management system practiced by the Boru community in rural Assam. Such structures are popular near the Paglade River, flowing along the India-Bhutan border. The next topic is watching child sex abuse material is an offense. In the recent judgment, Supreme Court said that viewing, downloading, storing, distributing, or displaying pornographic acts involving children is a criminal offense under the POCSO or Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act or IT Act 2000. Supreme Court কৈছে the sexual abuse of child is just the beginning of the victimization and the recording circumstance of viewing of these acts in cyberspace perpetuate the trauma. Okay, so viewing this is equated to the act of child sexual abuse, constructive possession and criminal liability. The code introduced the concept of constructive possession, means are kind of important, holding that the individuals can be criminally liable if they had control over these materials, even if they deleted it later. The offenders should not evade liability through tactics like deleting child pornographic material after viewing. Possession and intent to transit. The court ruled that even the mere storage of such materials without deleting it constitutes possession and intent to transmit. Supreme Court direction the use of the term CSEA. Okay, to child sexual exploitative and abusive material in place of child pornography in all judicial orders. Prelims are kind of important, means are kind of important. Amendment to POCSO Act. The Supreme Court called upon the Parliament to amend the POCSO Act to officially replace the term child pornography with child sexual exploitative and abuse material. Next, reporting suspicious material. The court advised that automatic downloads or suspicious links should not be closed but reported to the authorities. Legal framework, Section 15 of the POCSO Act or Section 767B of the IT Act. Means are kind of important. Next, India's defense export and humanitarian law. Supreme Court of India recently dismissed the public interest litigation seeking to stop India's export of defense equipment to Israel due to allegations of war crimes in Gaza. Okay. Several countries like Netherlands, UK have blocked or reviewed defense export to Israel. after the violation of the international humanitarian law. Okay. India's current framework. India Foreign Trade Act 1992 regulates the export of certain goods based on national security and international obligations. Weapons of Mass Destruction and Delivery System Act 2005 empowered the central government to prohibit the export of goods due to India's international obligation. Despite this provision, there is no explicit legal obligation for Indian government to assess whether defense exports to the country might violate international humanitarian law. Government initiative. India's defense export strategy. India is expanding its role as a defense exporter. Policy of defense diplomacy. It is building strategic partnership through defense exports. Challenges in India's legal framework. Lack of international humanitarian law review mechanism. Absence of alignment with international norms such as Arms Trade Treaty, as India is not a signatory to the Arms Trade Treaty. Balancing strategic interests with international law. India's current framework under FTA and WNDA only considers national security and broad international obligations. India's obligation under international law is Geneva Convention. India has signed the Geneva Conventions, which obligate it to respect and ensure the international humanitarian law. Under Article 1, states must refrain from supplying weapons that are likely to be used in violations. International Court of Justice in Nicaragua versus United States, ICJ ruled that states have a negative obligation not to supply weapons if they know this will violate the international law. Arms Trade Treaty. It prohibits exporting arms if there is knowledge that they would be used to commit war crimes. India is not a signatory to Arms Trade Treaty. The next topic is massive Greenland landslide. On September 16, 2023, seismic stations worldwide detected an unusual signal. Unlike typical earthquake, this event was caused by massive landslide in the Greenland's 𝐷𝐶𝐻𝐻𝐿. So 𝐷𝐶𝐻𝐻𝐿 is important for prelims. The landslide displaced water, triggering a mega tsunami and sending seismic waves reverberating across the globe for 9 days. The landslide event. 𝐷𝐶𝐻𝐻𝐿 is situated in the eastern Greenland, Arctic region also. Depth and width. The 𝐻𝐻𝐿 has an approximate depth of 540 meters. Mega tsunami site. In September 2023, 𝐷𝐶𝐻𝐻𝐿 was the site of a massive landslide. About 𝐻𝐻𝐿. 𝐻𝐻𝐿 is a long, narrow, deep inlet of the sea between high cliffs or steep slopes, typically formed by process of glacial erosion. জ্হৰ্জ are mainly found in the high latitude regions, য'ত glaciation হোৱাৰ chances বেছি থাকে. Major জ্হৰ্জ এটা হ'ল Norway, known for having some of the longest জ্হৰ্জ in the world, Greenland, New Zealand, Canada, etc. And জ্হৰ্জ are formed by the process of glacial erosion. Okay. Our key feature, one is deep inlets, extremely deep due to erosion, steep cliffs surrounded by high cliffs, U-shaped valley, long narrow inlet, etc. Characteristics. One is sill. Many জ্হৰ্জ have a shallow area called sill in their mouth, where the glaciers terminal moraine. Moraine মানে কি যিখিনি ইৰোজনৰ পৰা লগত গুচি আহে, okay, elements, receive the water flow. Shake. জ্হৰ্জ can experience a phenomenon called shake, which waves reflect back and forth within the inlet. Our next one, cold water coral reefs. Some of the জ্হৰ্জ as found in Norway are unique to cold water coral reefs. Now, what is sloshing waves or shake effect? The mega tsunami waves reflected back and forth within the 540-meter deep, 2.6 km wide জ্হৰ্জ. Oscillating waves created a shake that persisted over 9 days with a maximum wave amplitude of 7.4 meters. Shake is a standing wave that oscillates in a semi-enclosed or fully enclosed body of water like lakes, bays, swimming pool, etc. The last is the prelims factual. 𝐷𝐶𝐻𝐿 is India's official entry for Oscars 2025 and largest group of critical endangered native parrot found in Australia. The night parrot. The night parrot is a critically endangered parrot found in the and is endemic to the Australia. Okay, so this is all about 24th September current affairs.